Friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
Time to get in trouble, Larson. We've been doing this a long time. We've never really gotten in trouble. Maybe once or twice, but but I thought it'd be fun to take a look at. Here's the thing. The one thing about being a wrestling fan that we've noticed in our comments, a lot of people say this. It's so hard to engage in wrestling discourse because of this thing out there called the IWC.
Yes.
What does that stand for, Larson?
Internet wrestling community.
The wrestling internet community.
Wrestling.
That's right.
Internet wrestling community.
So we thought it'd be fun to take our decades, like half century, actually between the two of us, almost a full century.
Nearly a full century of life experience, yes.
Right. And we'd poke some fun. We'd analyze some of these posts, some of these tweets from the internet wrestling community or Reddit posts or whatever they may be.
Yes, but of course, with the AEW signing their new TV deal this week, or announcing their new TV deal this week, certain segments of IWC, shall we say, not terribly happy about the news.
Yeah, there's a lot of, as the kids say, cope out there. I'm not talking about edge. Nope. Talking about how people cope with stuff, yes. I guess is the deal. So anyways, here's the deal, though. We're nice guys, Larson. We're not going to name any of these people. We're just going to read the post, and I'm going to use the little mosaic filter in Photoshop to blank it out, kind of like a witness protection program interview on 60 Minutes.
There we go. Should we lower our voices, to read these?
I mean, ideally.
Here, this first one here. How about this? I'll give it a try. If you like it, we'll roll with it. If not, then we won't do it after this. AEW didn't sign a new TV deal. They signed their own death warrant.
Oh, my God. That's so violent. Why is that
ominous,
so
It
so
continues.
Unnecessarily ominous.
It continues. This is actually FiveDimensional Chest from Warner Brothers Discovery.
Whoa,
it's like
why
next
stop
generation
at
of 10 forward, or they got the chest with 4 different chest
That was
boards.
just 3-dimensional. Why did this guy add 2 dimensions to it?
What are these dimensions? There's space. There's time. Forward, up. What's the fifth
North, water.
What's the fifth one?
The ocean.
Forward and up.
Forward and up.
Anyways, this continues. This is actually FiveDimensional Chest from Warner Brothers Discovery, knowing they'll never have to pay out the full terms of the deal since AEW out of business in the next 6 months. This next line.
Oh, yeah.
Another masterclass by David Zaslav.
Yeah, because David Zaslav is known as a mastermind.
Noted.
A mastermind.
Brilliant business person.
So wait, the supposition here is knowing they'll never have to pay out the full terms of the deal since AEW is going to be out of business the next 6 months. But the risk is, what if they're not out of business?
Yeah, I don't see the masterclass here because...
Wait a second. This is keeping them in business past the next 6 months because they're going to get the payments.
Yeah. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it?
Wild.
But here's a counterpoint.
Okay.
Next one. Do you like the me speaking low, or do you me speaking my normal voice?
It seems to work so far. We'll keep it going.
We'll try it with this one. This officially makes David Zaslav the dumbest businessman ever. You cancel good shows on HBO, you blacklist movies for tax returns, but you keep a dying wrestling promotion?
I mean, I'll say this about that particular post, that tweet. At least there is logic there. Like, if somebody pays a lot of money for a promotion that, in this person's estimation, is dying.
Yeah.
How many pay-per-views that last? How many sales did the last pay-per-view sell? How many?
Oh, they're all around 100,000.
It's around like 100,000.
So they're making what, $5 million? Is that what it is?
That's like a lot of fucking. I mean, to get $100,000 plunked down, 100,000 people plunked down $50.
Yeah, that's $5 million right there.
That's pretty crazy.
It's pretty crazy. And they do that 10 times a year. That's $50 million.
Here's another one. Can I try the?
Yeah,
the
you lower your voice. I
want
to hear how you sound.
This is the dumbest thing I ever read. A victory lap for a TV contract? WBD is desperate because they lost NBA and just made an awful deal for awful AEW. I don't think that deserves any victory lap when AEW is struggling with sinking attendance, sinking ratings, no direction.
Yeah, I mean, dude, honestly, if I scored a deal that was worth $185 million a year,
I would do more than one victory lap.
I would be victory lapping all day long.
Yeah, I'd dedicate an entire day to victory lapping.
Steve, we got to get some work done. I'm too busy victory lapping.
Like, why? We just got a huge check. Days of working are over. That's how it works, right? We work and work and work. We get this huge check.
And then you stop.
And then it's like, I got money. I'm going to stop. Done working.
Here's another one here. It says, I'm just going to do normal voice.
Oh, come on.
It says, yo, listen, I am doubling and tripling down.
Can you triple down?
What's that?
It's double down. I've never heard anything of tripling down.
Oh, you can triple down.
Can you?
Is it like black? It's a blackjack.
Yeah,
reference,
you double
right?
down. Yeah.
Oh, you can't triple down a blackjack.
No.
Okay, fine. He's tripling down.
Making something up.
AEW is done. You think WBD isn't going to cancel this contract on 8 months when these numbers keep dwindling and no ad revenue, no new Max subscriptions, low streaming numbers, increased overhead and production costs, and they train the networks. LMFAO. I drink your milkshake. No, that's not him. He says that this is going exactly how I mapped it since like 2021. I called this out step by step.
Wow.
This is officially the coffin call for the worst wrestling promotion we've ever seen in AEW. All 5 AEW fans taking victory laps will be in shambles in 8 months. What's with the 8-month number?
I don't know.
It's very specific. What's happening in 8 months?
That would be
June of 2024?
Yeah.
I'm 25? I don't know what's happening then. In any event.
I don't know what's happening. It seems like an arbitrary date.
This is going to be the wild thing, is when, and here's the thing, the more of these, like, it's going to be sad when, like, the ratings are no longer being reported because it's going to be all streaming services. Yep. Like, 5 years from now, come on. Like, whether it's Peacock, Prime, Max, Netflix, what have you, they don't publish their numbers.
They don't.
They just say things like, this is really good, or they just cancel it straight up. And so people, what are they going to use?
Yeah, what are people going to argue about? Oh, you're this wrestling company is on the way out because, look at, Max is doing so poorly, Max isn't even reporting their streaming numbers. No, they'll report streaming numbers.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna attack the thing. I guess you could use attendance. You can take pictures of the thing and be like, look at all these empty seats. I mean, look, let's be honest. AEW's attendance is not great.
It's not great, but they just got a huge TV deal that's going to keep them afloat for the next 5 years. So how important is attendance really?
They could buy some CG people to fill the stands with.
What?
It's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing. No. NXT kind of tried that, where they had above the back row, they had the LEDs with the silhouettes of people.
They might have to try it for episode 2 of NXT on the CW.
I'm not trying to make light of the attendance issue. I'm just saying it didn't hamper them getting a lucrative new TV deal. The revenue streams for wrestling these days are vastly different than they were 20, 30 years ago, where a large part of it was ticket sales and attendance.
Look, I mean, dude,
That's
I get it.
It's a small part now.
Well, also in terms of like gauging enthusiasm, let's not paint the picture that everything is all great in AEW. Okay, you get people. You know, the enthusiasm is super high for there in New York, right? Doing killer numbers, biggest gate, pumping those ticket numbers sky high, pricing the fans out. That's how you do it. That's the new business model.
Apparently, like,
it's a prestige ticket
who
now,
can afford
man.
$50,000 to WrestleMania weekend for ringside seats?
Look, dude, one day I want to get there. One day I want to get. You get the meet and greet with Jelly Roll.
You know what it was? Remember when Bob Roode said he wants the front row to be filled with CEOs?
The Bob Roode agenda went down.
And now it's actually come to fruition.
Yeah, 50,000, 50 large to be at WrestleMania. It's great.
No, it's not great. It's terrible. It's too much.
Oh, dude, it's great for the con. I want these people to make billions and billions of dollars.
Who?
I need those the shareholders. They need their money. They need their returns. They got their pensions wrapped up in TKO, man. Yeah.
You don't sound convincing. I'm not convinced that's your actual feelings. You don't care about stockholders.
Listen, we're not here to talk about Steve's bad
Wait, did you
takes.
just buy a bunch of WB stock and this is your way or TKO stock and this is your way of telling me?
With company money? Yeah, sure. Let's move on here. The next one.
AEW getting a new TV deal does not mean they're making a profit. How much a year does it cost to produce these shows? How much to pay the entire roster? Lol, $150 million a year is actually not much when you think about all the money they pay for talent and production.
So to be fair, I think it's been kind of like publicized or reported on how much they spend, and they do actually spend quite a lot of money.
They do. Isn't it like 50%? Around 50% of their revenue is dedicated to paying
maybe
talent.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
But when you take a look at the reported numbers for what they were bringing in, the gross versus their overhead, and so that's their revenue, and they were losing like, I don't know, $30 million, $34 million last year. And then you see how much more they're bringing in now. Larson, I got 3 words for you. AEW wins again.
Well, it's actually only 2 words.
AEW is a word, though.
No, it's not.
What is it?
It's just initials, aren't they?
Isn't that the same thing? Any combination of like letters that spell out something is a word.
I don't know if that's the case.
Isn't it?
Anyways, here's another thing. This is there's a not popular, it's common sentiment amongst those that are upset about this AEW TV deal that $150 million, that's not that much.
I mean, these days when everybody's talking about billion-dollar deals, I can understand why there might be that sentiment. But I don't know about you. If I suddenly had $150 million in my coffers, guess what? I probably wouldn't do this anymore.
It's like winning the lottery is what I told you.
Like a video? Make one when I want to make one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve, you ready for some conspiracy?
I love conspiracy theories that are like harmless ones. I don't like, the gnarly conspiracy theories, but like Flat Earth, that's a fun one. Who wouldn't want to be on a floating disc?
I don't know.
It's great.
We disagree on that being a harmless conspiracy theory.
Granted. So what's this conspiracy theory?
Well, let's read a couple posts. These are from Reddit.
Okay.
All right. So the first is from the same poster. I thought the deal was not going to happen, or they would get forced to go to Tubi.
I would love if the people who produce those great Tubi weird movies would produce some wrestling.
Exactly. Oh, I'd be all about it. Anyways, continues. Or something with a major fee decline. It wasn't supposed to be this way. It wasn't.
What?
It's all caps, wasn't. AEW was dying, and Sean and Dave were just making this deal stuff up to buy Tony time. There wasn't supposed to be a deal, but now there, and I am begging to you all, if there are wrestlers on this sub, spill the beans now. Did Tony not make Warner Brothers Discovery lie about the deal? Did Tony's dad not give Warner Brothers Discovery the money to pay Tony? Someone knows something. And then that same poster went to the one of the legal forums on Reddit.
Oh my God.
And this is the title. Is Shad Khan committed bribery and fraud by paying off Warner Brothers Discovery and Fox to air AEW wrestling?
Well, number one, Fox isn't even the thing yet. That hasn't even happened yet. But if it does happen, is that evidence? Further evidence that Shad Khan, a self-proclaimed billionaire, is he bribing?
It's factually accurate. It's billionaire.
That's a lot of people say that he says he's a billionaire. And so the idea here is this actually makes some sense if you think about it. $1 billion is more than $500 million.
All right.
And so you can take $500 million.
Said one true thing there.
Then you can don't interrupt me, please. And then you can pay Warner Brothers Discovery that money that will then go back to Tony Khan. Right, so it's just it's just washing your money. Right.
But where is the evidence?
Yeah. Oh, it's the fact that it's still on the show. They just renewed the deal. That's the evidence right there. I saw one person claim on YouTube that the fact that this has been reported on for 4 months means that like they were just the deal was like stumbling about. Like it's a $500 million deal. Those take time. Those take probably a lot of time to get together. It's not written on a fucking napkin, people.
No, it's not like 2 sentences and people sign it. No, it's a fat stack of paper that lawyers have to pour through.
Yeah, I do appreciate. I mean, this is a really long one. I don't want to read it, but the last line here says, if there are any lawyers available, I really appreciate it. It says here, what this means is that the deal is fraudulent, and I think it amounts to bribery. And also, for 2 days, they've been getting media to report they got a rights increase like business as usual. So I'm also thinking they bribed the media. Whoa. Hold on a second. Wait a second. Larson, I'm not mistaken. You and I, we produce media.
We do.
We produce digital content, and we did, in fact, also report that they got an increase in their rights because it's been reported.
Yeah,
and then we report it to our audience.
Yeah.
Are you holding out? Did you get this bribe money? You did, didn't you son of a bitch? I want my cut of bribe money.
You know, I'm afraid to tell you, Steve, today is my last day as a part of the Going in Raw Friendo Club Wrestling Enterprise.
I knew it. I knew it, you son of a bitch. You took my bribe money, didn't you? Wait a second. Do you also have the Russian asset money? Because, man, oh, man, I've been working on that deal.
You could take the treason. You can have all that.
It's just a little bit of light treason, man. It's not a big deal.
There's no bribes.
Oh,
no
man.
bribes. No one's bribing anybody in this case.
Let's end on this one. I like this one just because there was a post after. It says this: AEW's ice cold with no signs of a turnaround. Quick aside: if Going in Raw scored $185 million, I'd be no man. We're super hot. That's like, I don't know what temperature scale. Maybe this person is using a different temperature scale than usual.
Yeah.
Says, I've been saying for a year that if they don't get hot, the TV deal makes them the living dead. Active, but irrelevant. Watching Dynamite makes me feel like the kid from The Sixth Sense. J.D. Vance. Did you see that bit with Haley Joel Osment being... That was He punched the thing to get to the donut. He says, in 680,000 views will launch the Who Gives a Shit era. But then this person responded to their own tweet with, the Who Gives a Shit era is crazy. As if it was a different person responding to that first tweet. Which makes me think that person might have maybe a burner account. They forgot a little Kevin Durant action there.
Hey, do you think Triple H has a burner? He's got to.
Probably has several. I'm not going to lie, I got a burner account, man. Yeah, because on my main account, just for this specifically, also, like, I started following a bunch of, like, the IWC, and, like, there's plenty of, like, super cringy anti-AE or anti-WWE stuff, too, out there. And we will get to that on this series. We'll get to that.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, no, I got a burner. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I noticed? Here's the thing,
What is it? I want to know what I noticed.
You want the secret?
Yeah.
You want the secret to how to Twitter correctly? Without being enraged by everything?
How's that?
You follow some pornography accounts. Because that way, you're like, oh, I'm so sad. Trump's doing good in the polls. And then the next thing is like, wow, spicy content. And it's like, now I feel better. And then the next thing is like, oh, J.D. Vance said this. And it's like, oh.
It's like a constant roller coaster of emotions.
The human brain is probably not designed to function in that manner.
No, it doesn't seem like it's probably a healthy way to navigate through this world. But that is the path Steve has chosen, apparently.
Man, you got to do something to stay sane in this insane world, Larson. And I'm glad that I think that we did a good service today, to be honest with you. I think we were educational, even keeled.
Keeled, you said?
He keeled? Is it keeled or healed? Even healed? It's even keeled.
Even keeled. I thought you said healed.
Yeah. No, that'd be weird. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I get cliches wrong all the time. Make like a tree and get out of here, for example.
Well, that's the influence of Biff Tannen on you, evidently.
He's like my favorite cinematic character. I hope that we've been able to provide a lot of interesting insight into this stuff and silly voices as well.
Yeah, more than anything, silly voices.
Mainly silly voices. So, yeah. Anyways, let us know what you guys think about these IWC hot takes. Oh, my goodness. These aren't hot takes. What are they? What are we roast about our roasts for the IWC?
Put the word reacting in the title. Will do well.
Okay, react. What do you guys think about our react?
Our react, good? Yeah.
Okay, and then put that in, and then write it in the comments. You guys react to our react.
Yeah, and if you see anything that we should react to in the future, let us know about it.
Yeah.